Poor Penmanship Planner here, coming at you with another video. So, as I've been walking through this planner journey, I have found out from watching YouTube that there are tons of planners out there, like tons on top of tons of planners. So, as you know, I'm trying the Happy Planner. I'm trying the Erin Condren Planner. But then I heard of the Plum Paper Planner. Now, this planner has tons of layouts that are fully customizable, and I think this one really might work better for me for work. So I decided to give Plum Paper a try. I'm not starting it until May 1st, but I thought I'd do an unboxing with you so you can just see how I have it set up and how I plan on using it. So, let's take a look. Now, I have to be honest with you, I've talked about this planner so much at work that everyone at work was crazy about seeing it. So it's already been opened because everybody at work wanted to see it. Now, I'm going to unbox it for you. So it's new for you, sort of, but not for me. So let's go. So I tried to make sure I packaged it back exactly the way it was, but I didn't do too well because these things were actually on the front. So let's put them back. So Plum Paper gives you this cover material sample thing, which I think works if I'm like in a store or something, but this doesn't help me when I get this home because I already have it here. I don't need to try a sample of the cover material. I mean, I guess if I want to let somebody else know about it, I can give them this, but this isn't very helpful to me here at home. So thanks, Plum Paper, but this isn't all that great. It doesn't really work well for me. Next, we have information about the planners, the coil, the paper, the cover, the pocket folder, the Mylar tabs, and the fact that you can start it any month, which I thought was great, which is why I'm starting it in May. And then places you can follow them on social media and things like that. So I'll probably do something like that. So let's get into the nitty gritty. Now, at work right now, I carry both my Happy Planner and my Erin Condren because I'm doing a test on the two of them, comparing them to see which ones work best for work. And so I carry the planners, and then I also carry a notebook for my meeting, which is a full-size 8.5 by 11 notebook. So since I'm looking at using the Plum Paper for work, I thought I'd get it 8.5 by 11. Now, for some reason, that does not seem big to me, but when I got this bad boy, my goodness, this thing is large. But that's okay, because it's for work. So it's fine. So we'll go ahead and get it open here. It's packaged really well. Put that away. So this is the planner, and then I also got a ruler because the Erin Condren comes with a ruler, and it works out really well with me making sure I'm staying on the week that I'm working on. So I really like this, so I ordered it for Plum Paper as well. So let's get this box out of the way and let's take a look at this planner. So as I said, planner starts in May, so it's going to run from 2019 to 2020. So that's what I put there. And then I could put my name here, but instead I put hustle because, well, let's just face it, it's for work, and work is my hustle. That was my thinking. So it comes with a heavy-duty plastic cover that's over the regular cover, the personalized cover that feels kind of like a, I'd heard someone say like a placemat, and I think that's the best way to describe it. It's like a placemat. So it's a weekly paper, weekly planner by Plum Paper, so you have the opportunity to put your name and everything like everything else. And then you get 2019 on 2 pages, 2020 on 2 pages, because this planner goes from 2019 to 2020. Since I'm starting it in May, it's going to go from May through April. Yeah, through April of 2020. They do have a neutral, but I decided to go with a colorful one because I wasn't sure what kind of decorating I was going to do in this. So if I didn't do any decorating, I at least wanted some color. But I think I'll probably washi and put a couple of stickers. It just won't be as decorated as like my Erin Condren or my Happy Planner that I use for everything, because this will be my work one. But again, when I say this thing is huge, it is huge. It is massive. This thing is large, but I'll tell you why that is in a moment. So again, I started in May. Now I know some people, oh, let me not go there first. Let's show you the rest of it. I'm doing a very poor unboxing. Forgive me. So it comes with 2 special dates pages for January to December for special dates throughout the year. And then it has a blank one where you can fill in whatever you'd like to fill in. You can use this for ideas, plans, goals, whatever you want to do for your year. For me, this works because it's starting in May, and I am a benefits manager, which is my job. So I can use this to kind of plan out, you know, what my year is going to look like, what's going to happen leading up to open enrollment, getting us to open enrollment, things like that. So this is going to be really helpful for a structuring perspective for me. So then we come to the first month that we have in here, which is May. Now, some of the complaints that have come about this planner is when you hit your tab to go from May, it doesn't take you directly to May. It takes you to a monthly highlights page that's kind of glossy because it has this same Mylar tab. Forgive my dog's noise. I don't know what she's doing, but I love her, so we'll just let her run around. This Mylar tab, it's not a paper material. It's kind of shiny, and I'm not sure what pen I can use on this. I haven't done any pen testing or anything on this yet because I wanted to do this unboxing video with you guys. And then it gives me a page for notes, which I guess I could use to pre-plan for the month since it's for work. And then I get my month at a glance, and I love how big these boxes are. These boxes are really big, so I have enough space in there to write. And then I have something here on the side, which can be notes, which can be to-dos, which can be pay attention to important for the month, things like that. So I can use that for that. Now, the layout that I went with was the vertical priorities layout. The vertical priorities layout allows me to customize every box that is on here. So what I did was weekly inspiration, because goodness knows I need inspiration to get me through the week. Weekly goals, recurring to-dos, because on some weeks I have the same thing that I need to do over and over again. So I just check it off and make sure that it's done that week. I have important, I have to do today. Then I have this space down here that I'll use for anything that comes for me to fill in. And then I have interrupters. Interrupters are important, to me at least, because when I don't get all of these things done in my day, I want to know why. Like, why didn't I get that done? Interrupters. These are the things that came into my day that stopped me from doing what I should have been focused on, that may have stopped me from getting my weekly goal done. So that's what I'm going to use these interrupters for, because then I can explain to people, well, X, Y, and Z occurred on Friday the 3rd, which is why I didn't get any of these other things done. And then I don't also feel so bad because my checklist keeps moving from day to day and from week to week when I can see I am getting things done, just not what I planned on getting done. So I thought interrupters was important. And so every month follows the same color as the tab, and I have these on for every month. Since I'm going to be using this for my work planner, Saturday and Sunday don't really come into play a lot because I don't do a lot for work on Saturday and Sunday unless I really, really have to, and that's more towards the end of the year. Interesting thing about the planner, though, is when the month carries over in the week, it's going to gray out those days that are for the next month. But they're here. So technically, I could put something on them. But if I did, when I do get into the next month, as I flip you over into June, and as you can see, monthly highlights, note pages, my month at a glance, which is awesome. My week starts on Saturday, Sunday. So all of this is grayed out because it's for the previous week. And then these here would just be where my new month starts. So, you know, there's things to get used to on this planner. What I like is that they don't waste space, and where this would just be blank. So I don't mind it so much. I'm not sure what I'm going to use these for. I don't want to necessarily repeat what I may have put at the end of the previous month. But we'll figure it out. So in addition to the weekly layout priorities, I added at the end of each week, each month, some additional note pages. I think I've added like 3 of them or 2 of them. There's 2 additional note pages that I've added to the end of the month. And I've done this for every month. So this is going to create additional pages, which adds to the number of pages in the planner, which is why the planner is so large, because I have 2 additional note pages at the end of every month. So all the months are the same. I'll just take you through the tabs so you can see what the colors look like for each month in the colorful version of the Plum paper. And then finally, April. That's going to be the last full month in my planner. And again, all of the weeks are the same. My monthly, I have my priorities layout and my additional note pages at the end. So normally that would be where the planner ends based on how you've customized it. I've added some additional sections. They have a social media section where you can add a section to your planner. So I added a social media section. This social media section gives me an opportunity to decide what my mission statement is, what my goal is. I can plan out what type of social media campaigns and things I want to run. So this is really helpful when looking at, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all of those platforms, trying to keep everything in check and making sure that I meet whatever goals I set for myself. Then I can do this separate from what I'm doing at work every week. So this is its own tab. And it's just pages of social media stuff. And then I have a meetings tab. Right now I have a separate meetings notebook that I use at work. So I carry my planner because I need the calendar and the dates. And then I also carry a meeting notebook so that I can keep track of my meetings. Well, Plum Paper solves that for me by having a meetings tab that I can add to the planner. The good thing about this is you can add this in one section or you can disperse it throughout the months in the planner, which I think is a great idea. But I decided to add mine all toward the back. It's meeting notes on front and back. And when I think about it, there's 52 weeks in a year. Granted, you could have a meeting every single day that year, which would be a lot of meetings, but I'm hoping this number of pages, front and back, is going to help me maintain my meetings. I can put my topics, attendees, the date, the time, the notes, recap, any action items I have to take. This is awesome, and this is exactly what I need, and it'll be in my same planner. In the kind of role that I work in, I need this information. Sometimes I am subpoenaed or information for investigations is requested. And if I can just say, what year was that? Oh, 2019, 2020. Okay, all of that information is going to be in this planner. So I don't have 3, 4, 5 different notebooks that I'm working off of. So I think this Plum paper is going to be really, really helpful. So I'm really looking forward to giving this a try in May to see how well it works out for me. But I got to tell you, a lot of people at work really loved this planner. When I showed it to them, they were like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I need. And I had to tell them, it's very customizable. The way I have it set up, not the way you have to have it set up. If you don't need the social media pages, you can put more note pages because there is a limit as to how many pages you can put in this book. There's only so much space. So it's an awesome, awesome concept. And it starts at about $48, I want to say. But where the price increases is going to be based on not how you set up your weeks, but how many pieces of pages of that you add. So you want to add more notes pages. You want to add these meeting pages. All of this comes with an additional cost. But because it's as customizable as it is, you can control that cost. So I really think Plum Paper has a good thing going on here. Again, I haven't done any pen tests. I like the paper. The paper feels great. I do not care for this monthly highlight page. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't think I'm going to use it. I don't know what kind of pen I'm going to write on. I just don't think I'm going to use it. I mean, I guess it'll be good for, I don't know, events at work, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to use this page. But, you know, to have one page a month that I don't really care about using does not seem like a waste to me. So I think it's a good, overall, my hope is that this is going to work out for me for work, because I have everything I need in one place and I can control the cost on it, you know? And then I just have some additional note pages that came at the end. It has passwords here and websites, which I probably won't use because if I lose this, I don't want anybody having access to all of my information. Not saying I'll lose it, but just in case, I just don't think having all of this in one place is the best thing for me to do. I can do contacts, 2 pages of those, which are good. And then US holidays, which are good. And then it gives me the year 2021, which will be the next year. And then it also comes with this really great, which is another reason I'm really happy I got the 8.5 by 11, because I have a full size pocket folder here that I can put meeting notes in or handouts in or anything like that that we might deal with at work. So I'm really looking forward to using the Plum Paper Planner. I really think it's going to be helpful for work purposes, and I will review this again with how I use it and how it's worked out for me in June, once I've had a month, the month of May, to use it and see what it looks like. So thank you guys for watching this unboxing. I really am looking forward to getting started in this Plum Paper Planner. Like I said, I kind of have my coworkers really excited about it, and I'm looking forward to using it in May. So I'll come back and make another video and let you guys know how it's worked out for me, if it met my expectations or if it let me down. So thanks for visiting. You guys, happy planning.